believe this. I can't believe I'm really about to talk about this right now. This is crazy, man. Oh my gosh. Welcome everybody. As you can see, this is a different type of video for my channel. The mood is kind of different. I wanted to set the mood for this video because this is a story, a time of my life that I've really never talked about ever. And I just want to be transparent with you all. I want to be transparent with people that follow me, that support me, you know, family, friends, everything like that, you know, this story is something that I withheld to myself for so long. And you know, some people know, and then some people don't. The people that do know, and the people that don't. And you know, you kind of make assumptions. Nobody ever knew the full story of what happened. If you've been a subscriber and supporting me since forever, so since the start of this channel, that would be 2017, you probably already knew that I was with this one woman at one time, at one point in my life. She was in some of my vlogs and things like that, videos. And I took those down from my channel, and you know, it was an abrupt ending to those type of vlogs. It was an abrupt ending to, you know, you seeing me around her and things like that. If you're new here, you probably don't even know because I don't have any pictures up. I don't have any videos up or anything. I kind of try to erase that side of my life, you know. I want to be transparent here. So in 2017, I got married. I got married to this girl that I've been with throughout college, you know what I'm saying, mostly through college. And we was together for a while, you know, went through college together, a little bit of our adulthood as well. And, you know, decided to jump the broom and be bonded forever, you know what I'm saying? Everything felt right. Everything felt like, you know, it was the right thing to do, the next step to do. You know, since we've been together for a good little minute, you know, people kind of looked up to us as that black couple in school and that couple that just stood through everything, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, you know, we decided to get married, you know. Honestly, was that the best move? At the time, it felt like it, you know. But, you know, sometimes you can't let time determine what's truly going on and what's truly there. But yeah, we decided to get married and you know, take that step towards our lives. Moved from an apartment into a couple of homes. I know some of you all probably seen in some of my old vlogs where we moved from a house to another house, but we was renting, just trying to find a home that we liked to rent until we bought a home, but we ended up renting a home. And of course, that was in the town that my alma mater is in. So if you know, you know. So we, you know, moved in together. Everything is going good, and you know, once we got married, before we got married, there really was never no hiccups or anything like that. At least that I didn't suspect. There was no type of there wasn't really any red flags to me. You know what I'm saying? I think the only red flag that was in me was like, I was like, yo, you know, we've been born and raised here, went to school here. We really need to move from this state in order to be prosperous, you know, in order to make a name for ourselves, build wealth and all that good stuff. Now, granted, I was saying that because there wasn't many opportunity there wasn't many opportunities in South Carolina for anyone recently graduating. You know, I was a management major, hospitality management major, started off in the hotel industry, worked front desk, became assistant director of rooms very shortly after that. Still wasn't paying that much. Ended up working at the University of South Carolina as an admissions counselor, and I started off making $28,000, guys, $28,000, a whopping $28,000 there. And that was a struggle because I loved the job and I loved what I did there, but it wasn't enough to provide for, me and her, even though she had a job, but it was still kind of like a little bit of a struggle. So I think that kind of helped play into what happened in the marriage maybe. But those are conversations that you don't really have beforehand. You kind of just going through life together. And if someone is for you, they're going to be for you no matter what your salary is, no matter this and that. The connection that y'all have really, should be strong enough to look past that. But anyway, let's fast forward. So yeah, we ended up getting married, in October of 2017. Jumped the broom, everything went well. And it was good, you know what I'm saying? But let's fast forward to the beginning of 2018. So not even a year, not even barely 6 months in. It was around Mother's Day. And her family came to the house. We grilled. A couple of my family members and friends came to the house. We grilled out, had a good time. And, it was just a good vibe. You know what I'm saying? Being around friends, family, you're in your home, nice day outside, sunny. There's not a care in the world right now, at least for me. And I always looked at her as a person that I can trust. I always looked at her as someone that I wouldn't have to worry about, someone that had my best interest at heart. Always had the utmost respect for her because, I knew that she cared for me. That's how I truly felt. But fast forward throughout that day, family was still there, and then it's getting down to the evening. I'm outside grilling with her dad and stuff like that. We're having a good time, chopping it up, shooting the breeze, things that family do. And as the day went on, her family decided to stay the night with us, and we was going to go to breakfast in the morning. So the night is winding down. Everyone is going to bed. Me and her go to bed. And, at this point, I'm exhausted. It's like probably 11:30 p.m. Exhausted, been grilling, been cooking, been socializing all day, just tired. So she was falling asleep, I was falling asleep. But I was kind of tossing and turning a little bit in and out. So I think I fell asleep around like 12-ish, woke back up around 1 because I just kept hearing bzz, 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 ding, ding, like messages. So I was like, it's 1 a.m. Usually she's not texting her girlfriends or anything like that because they got mans and husbands and stuff too. They don't be texting like that. So I was like, but oh well. So I kind of turned over a little bit and, I wanted to try to go back to sleep. So I went back to sleep, tried to, and still heard it. So I kind of turned back over and kind of cuddled her a little bit. And then as I was cuddling a little bit, I kind of saw her phone. And then I saw a man's name on there that I'd never seen before. So I was like, 1:30 a.m., a man's name that I don't even know. This don't even sound right. But I didn't press the issue right then and there until I kept hearing the bzz, 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 ding, ding, ding. So then I was like, yo, like, who you texting this late? And I could tell that she was kind of startled a little bit because she probably thought I was asleep or in and out of sleep or in a deep sleep. So that's what she was like, nobody, doom, doom, doom. I was like, nah, who you texting? Because I know she would tell me instantly who she texting. So, and then she wouldn't tell me. So I was like, let me see your phone. And I've never been this type of guy to go through a phone or nothing like that. So I was like, let me see your phone because this don't even sound right. She was like, why? She kept questioning why. So I just took the phone. So I was like, boom. Looked at the phone. There was a dude in there. And they was just having this conversation. Looked like they was having a conversation throughout the whole entire day. And I was looking and I was seeing things like, I'm going to bring you a plate and this and that and all kinds of stuff. And I was like, what? Who is this cat, yo? Like, this is crazy. So then she got upset because I guess I caught her. So I was like, yo, who is this? Boom, boom, boom. And this where it really got me. She was like, I was going to tell you. I was like, tell me what? What exactly was you going to tell me? You know what I'm saying? So then, since family is in the house, we decided to go outside because we didn't want to make a ruckus and all this inside since family was staying the night. So we went outside, talked, walked the block, boom, boom, boom. And it's just, she was just telling me about the situation, this and that, this and that. And the weird thing about this is I never suspected that any of this would ever happen. But I realized once she started hanging out with these new friends of hers, all of her friends was married, but all of them had bad marriages. Either the wife was cheating on the husband or the husband was cheating on the wife. And I was like, she shouldn't be hanging with them, but I can't control who she hang with. Like, she just got these new group of friends where everybody had something going wrong in their marriages, and yet we're newlywed, and she's seeing this and that, and they're probably influencing her to do this. So all kind of stuff like this is going through my head. And it just made me realize, like, this is crazy. This is not the end of it, but at that moment, I was like, this is crazy. Like, I really couldn't process anything. So after we had a little walk, went back in, went to sleep. Woke up that morning, and I just had a bad feeling in my gut. And we were supposed to go to breakfast with her parents. You know what I'm saying? I didn't feel right going to breakfast. I had to fake like I was sick because the situation really threw me for a loop. You know what I'm saying? So my mom couldn't make it to the Mother's Day cookout. So we ended up going to my mom's spot in Sumter. So had to fake the funk there. Had to fake the funk like everything was going good. Car ride, not really talking. On the way back, talked a little bit about what was going on. And then we got back in the home. And then that's when we really had a conversation later that night where, you know, like, okay, what's up? What happened? Who this dude is? What's the relationship? How y'all know each other? Boom, boom, boom. Come to find out, I remember about 3 months before me and her started like going to the gym together, things like this. And she was telling me about this trainer that had this new program. And she was like, yo, we should go to this camp since we're going to the gym. It'll be cool for us to go as a couple, boom, boom, boom. I was like, all right, cool. Never ended up going, but I guess she continued to talk to the trainer. So the guy was a trainer. And so they kind of had a little bit of history, and he knew that she was married. And of course, dudes don't really care like that. It's up to the woman to neglect that. So I can't even be mad at the dude. Like, I'm mad at the disrespect for him to come at a married woman, but I can't be mad at him because he can only do what she allows. So at that point, I was like, boom. We newlyweds, we got to try to get through this, you know what I'm saying? The old me in this situation would be like, nah, it's dead right then and there. But I was like, since we newlyweds and since we just got married and since you're supposed to try to work through things, I'm going to try to work with you. So I was like, look, we can get through this, but I'm going to need you to delete this guy off social media. I'm going to need you to delete the number. I'm going to need for you to lose all connection with this guy if you're not interested in this guy. If you want to be with this guy and you're interested, let me know now. And we can talk about all of that, you know what I'm saying? And we can move away from each other, whatever. But let me know. So she's like, no, I could delete him. 2 days later, I remember getting home before her. And she's not home yet, but her iPad is in the room. I just got home, took a shower, about to take a nap, and I see her iPad is on my nightstand, and then I see this guy, the same guy, number through iMessage popping up on the iPad. I was like, I thought she was gonna stop talking to this dude. Like, what's going on? So I opened the iPad, and she was like, I'm on the way home, don't text me, let me text you. And at that moment, that's when I know I got a problem on my hands. You know what I'm saying? As a man, you do not want this problem on your hands. You do not want your woman going behind your back, sneaking, lying, and doing all this. And you just got married and trying to work on things to that. And I'm willing to give you another chance. So when she got home, I didn't know anything. I didn't know anything. She got home, she took a shower, boom, boom, boom. And she said she was going to dinner with one of her friends. I said, all right, go to dinner. Go to dinner with one of your, I don't know if she was with the friend or him. I don't know. But I already had the intel that I need that they was going to continue to communicate. So then when she left, I opened the iPad up again and I noticed that they was trying to plan going to the mountains together in North Carolina and trying to figure out a way for her to get there and this and that. And I'm like, yo, that's when it hit me. That's when it hit me, man. Like, as a man, that's the worst feeling you can ever feel. When you've been disrespected, lied to, betrayed by someone that you love. And I never, ever felt pain like this a day in my life. And still to this day, I still haven't felt a pain that I felt when I saw those messages. And when I realized she was lying, and I never felt that type of pain. At that moment, I just remember dropping down to the bed and just crying, bruh. I was crying out of anger, upset. I didn't know how to feel. Like, I really didn't know what to do. And I didn't want to talk to anybody about it because what happens in your home stays in your home until it's final. So I had to deal with this by myself. It was just me and her. I wasn't talking to nobody about it. I was just talking to myself about it. Coworkers was asking, like, why do I look this way and that way? And I could not explain it because it's like, I didn't want to put information out there without things being final. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not that type of dude. And that's why it took me so long to make this video or even tell people what happened, because for so long, since 2017, I've lost followers that was connected to me and her because they think that I did something. I've lost some of her friends that was my friends too that think that I did something. You know, like, people automatically assume, oh, if they divorce or this and that, the man did something. But in this situation, I did not do anything. I never physically abused her, emotionally abused her. I've done all I could for this girl, with this girl. I've never, like, so for anybody out there that thought I did something, you know what I'm saying? That's y'all, but I'm telling y'all the story. But let's go back. So at this moment, when she got back, she could tell that I was pissed. And I was like, you know something? What's going on? I know that you're still talking to this dude, this and that. We got into a huge arguing match or whatever. So at this moment, I decided to try to figure out a way for us to not be in this situation right now. It's heated in the house. We're arguing. We're looking at each other weird. I didn't like this feeling. I was like, yo, look. And this is probably the worst thing that I could ever do in this situation. I was like, look, I'm going to get you a hotel room for 2-3 days. You go there and you think about everything. You know what I'm saying? You're saying you're sorry. You're saying you apologize. You're saying that you don't want to talk to this guy. You think about it. And you think about what you actually want. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not about to have you in this house lying and doing all this and going behind my back. I'm gonna get you a hotel room for 2-3 days. You know what I'm saying? And you go and you think about everything. Think about what has happened, how this is affecting what we have going on. You know what I'm saying? And you think about that. So 2-3 days come back. She come back to the crib. I instantly noticed another change. She had this look on her face. She's very cold. She's very, like, this is a side of her that I've never seen before. Like, it's a whole new person. I was like, what happened? Like, what's going on? And then out of prowling and prying and things like that, she just broke out crying and said she invited the dude to her hotel room. And I was like, why? She was like, just to talk. Just to talk? And what happened? Oh, he tried to kiss me, blah, 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 but nothing happened. Okay, all right. And that was the last straw. I was like, at this moment, this is done. We done. We are done. I cannot do this, you know what I'm saying? But I did set up a therapy session for us. tried the therapy session, that didn't go too well. And then eventually she was just like, she gonna move out. So she moved out the house. And as I told you, I wasn't making that much, so I couldn't afford the payments myself. So she moved out, and then I was forced to move to Charlotte with my sister and commute back and forth every single day from Charlotte to Columbia, South Carolina to work every single day. While she had the means to, afford a little apartment or something like that on her own, I couldn't afford that at that moment. Had credit card bills and stuff like that with our name in it and things like that, and it was just crazy. So she moved out, got her own place, and just left me there. You know what I'm saying? And I decided, like, that's probably best anyway. But it was no hesitation. She got her place, moved out, moved in her apartment, and I was commuting back and forth from Columbia to Charlotte to my sister's place, staying on the couch. And I don't know if y'all remember, but I took like a 3-month hiatus from YouTube, trying to get my life together. And then I ended up moving to Atlanta because I took on a new job, and I stayed with my cousin for a couple of months till I got on my feet, saved some money and things like that. And even though we wasn't together and we decided to separate, I was like, it just felt so bad in me I just felt like a failure, And this is the only time in my life where I legit felt like a failure, like something failed in my life. Something so big, one of the biggest moments, being married, being in a relationship, and trying to build things, and then it just failed. I legit felt like a failure. So when I moved to Atlanta, you probably could ask my cousin, like, he had like him and his wife and his kid stayed, and I had a room upstairs, and I would be in that room all the time. I didn't want to go out. I did not. I was just in this state of mind where I just felt like a failure, man. I just felt like a failure, and that was that, man. I was like, what can I do? I was trying to figure out ways, like, what can I do to make the situation better? But it was nothing that I could do. And as a man, as a husband, you always want to try to do your best to make the situation better. But I couldn't figure it out. So I tried one more last attempt. I was like, yo, our anniversary is coming up. It's like when we first met. I want to give one last attempt to this, because one thing about me, I'm gonna do my best, so I know that I didn't give up. I didn't give up on the situation. I didn't do anything. So I was like, look, for our anniversary, we're gonna go down to Myrtle Beach, and for that weekend, we're just gonna vibe. We're gonna see what's going on, So I got us a resort at Myrtle Beach, had the room decked out nice or whatever, had some roses delivered to the room to be there by the time we got there, had some catering options and things like that set up so we can go out, eat and things like that. And I could just tell eventually that was gonna be the last time that we had a trip or a time together. Something shifted, you know what I'm saying? Once that trust is breached, once a mistake and once something like that happens, it's like hard to come back from that. It's very hard to come back from that. Like I'm a big person on respect, support, trust, all that stuff. And once that is breached, I can't really go back and revert, but I tried. And I think that's what made me okay with, like, knowing that I've done all I can in that situation. Because even though she made a mistake, even though this and that happened, I still was willing to try to make things work. Because as a husband, as a man, you have to try, you know what I'm saying? No matter what, through thick and thin, till death do us part, you gotta try, you know what I'm saying? So I rested comfortably knowing that I tried, and I tried to give it my best. But And people make mistakes, you know what I'm saying? And it's just a mistake that cost us a huge decision of our lives to be divorced and not be together. And, to this day, do we talk every day? No. Do we talk all the time? No. You know what I'm saying? If I seen her, I'll be cordial. But I can't envision myself wanting to go through something like that again, and I don't want anybody to go through that again. So yeah, I think, after about 4 years, I'm finally comfortable talking about this, because for so long it felt like a failure, you know what I'm saying? And of course, she mentioned some things that she felt like were pain points for her. Like, she mentioned me once I started my YouTube channel, that I wasn't paying her any attention, which to me is a little bit skewed a little bit, because for one, I would include her into my vlogs. I would try to include her into different processes of the YouTube. Like, granted, of course, editing takes time and shooting takes time, but that's not all day, you know what I'm saying? I know she mentioned sometimes when show was on, I wasn't paying attention to the show, I was in my phone. But if it's a show that I don't really like, I'm in there with you. I'm just not paying attention to the show like that. But I'm still right next to you, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not off in another room watching something else, secluded. Like, I'm still in the living room, still up under you with you watching the show. I'm just on my phone answering emails, or I might bring my laptop down and edit on my laptop instead of upstairs or something like that, So she was bringing up little things like that, and I feel like if it was truly a problem, then it should have been mentioned instead of going out and doing who knows whatever with whoever, The way my life has been going since that, once I got on my feet, moved to Atlanta, my life has been skyrocketing, you know what I'm saying? Focused more on my YouTube, became a creator up next in 2019 for YouTube, had several opportunities with brand partnerships, this and that, new job, new apartment, all this, and I would just attest that to God, you know what I'm saying? Even through all of that, I prayed, you know what I'm saying? Like, I kept faith that things would be better for me, you know what I'm saying? And even for her, I still want things to go well for her. I want her to find somebody that she could be happy with, and, I want that for her. So I don't have any animosity or any ill will towards her. But since that, I think sometimes God make you go through things so you can see the other side, and so you can be a better you. Because honestly, I don't know if I would be where I'm at today without going through that situation. I'm a better man. I make better decisions. I'm successful. I'm a young black king out here, you know what I'm saying? And I can't say back then that I was that, I was striving for it, but now I'm here, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is everything that I dreamed of, I now have. And, it feels good. Yeah, I just wanted to share this story, man, because I held it in for so long, and I was like, dang, I need to share this story, and appreciate all y'all for listening. And thank you all for the support. Thank you all for rocking with me through all this, man. It's crazy, and I hope none of you all ever have to go through anything like that, like I did. And yeah, that's just that. But thank y'all for rocking with me, and I'll catch y'all in the next video.